Hello, my name is Chatelier, and welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3 Siam. In previous episode, we managed to crush the revolutions in Borneo. I mean, there's technically still one revolution in there, but that's not ours. And then the Russians decided to declare the cut down to size casus belli towards us. So we're going to be conquering the colony over here at least. Maybe Alaska as well, we'll see. But we're going to win the natives in here. Oh. Mara, Montenegro. Wait, Montenegro. Oh, Revolution Montenegro. I'm just going to declare neutrality on most of these. I'm not really needed in them. We're still, even though we are at war, now admittedly we don't have all the armies active. We do have still, well, we've got one army that isn't active. Just double checking, yeah, no, we don't have any dead generals right now either. So we're going to activate that one just to see, we are still, well, no, we're not actually making money anymore. For now, but once we start getting more and more engines, that's probably gonna, oh yeah, there we go, we're making more money again. And is this one finally making profit? Not really. We'll discover Assam, alright. No, that's not in here. Is that in Persia, actually? No, I don't remember, it's somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's not in anywhere that I am. Is the textile mill over here? Yeah, that's doing fine. There's not a lot of unemployed in here. Get a little bit more of them in there then. How's the construction? We got the steel mills underway. I wonder if we got enough power production at the power plants here. At the power production, well, we do use a lot of coal. I'm just going to give this another level just in case. And if we were to switch this motor industry to produce the electric engines, that would actually be a massive loss, because the steel price would go so much up, as well as the electricity price. So that's why I didn't want to switch this immediately. But we've got a few other places. Oh, right, and I suppose we could also... Right, they haven't done a landing here. We got the motor engines over here. We can put in the electric engines there. That might help. But there we go. We're still making profit, even though we are at war. And is there any trade routes that we could maybe do? We've got a lot of grain. Bali would want to buy some. There's not that much profitability in those. We've got a fair bit of sulfur extra right now. Brazil might want to buy some. I'm sure we'll sell some to Brazil. Oh, right, and we're conquering more. Oh, right, we'll get all of this. Damn. That's pretty good. So we don't have any armies from there. And we don't have smaller armies from here, because the fleets that we have are only 24 each. I mean, actually, they should be able to get more. Well, let's... actually, which one of these is the better one? You're innovative. So I'm going to promote you. So we're going to get 43. So now we could do a landing with this one. And take the smaller army from there. So Alaska. Which one of these armies do we want to send in? That one. It'll take quite some time, but this time we'll have the sufficient support required. They do have a fair bit of conscripts in there, so it's not going to be a walk in the park to land in there. But if we can land... Oh! Oh wait, never mind, this is against the natives. Alright, well, we'll conquer that soon. How's the market access? So, it's a bit low in a lot of places. Oh, we're losing it. Sure, I'll annex you. There we go, so now we got all of this. We can get some oil rigs in here. Let's get a few. We'll also get another level for the port. Maybe a railway just in case. We could also get some rubber plantations or something. We'll start with the oil rigs and make sure that the sulfur mine is operational. But there we go, that is a good bonus. Oh, and since we already control Bougainville, oh, is this one? Yeah, it should be using all of the things. There's a bit of a lack of workers in there. It's not too bad, though. I suppose this... I mean, how is the standard of living in here? It's 11.3, so not great, admittedly. At least they got the infrastructure in there. Right, have we started the landing yet? Not yet. We are working on that. 10 more days. One thing that I suppose I should try... Oh, we got the public schools already, never mind. The hospitals we could go for, well, public health insurance, but the industrialists would hate that and the clergy would hate that. So I'm sort of staying away from that for the time being. Compulsory primary school. Industrialists would hate that. Trade unions would love that. Oh, we're going to get more educational investments. Oh, hold on a minute. Let's have a look at the institutions. So is there... Oh, that would allow us to get to all the way to the top. Alright. There's the home affairs, of course, that we could do. But of course, we don't have bureaucracy for that right now. I'm sure that'll get fixed. So let's actually have a look. The coal price is going down, electricity price is going down, and wine price is slightly growing. I don't suppose we have... Oh, hold on a minute. No, we don't have the electric arc process over there. We've got nitrogen fixation coming along, which does mean a lot more fertilizer can be produced at the chemical plants. Interesting. And we're going to produce the telephones in due time. And what are we going in the military? We're getting... Actually, what are we? Oh, right. Concrete dockyards. The modern ports that would be using steamers and oil probably produce a lot of infrastructure and especially convoys. We're not really lacking in convoys, though. Partially because we just have such a bad relations with pretty much everyone that would be potentially willing to buy our stuff. So it's usually not really worth it. Now, admittedly, we also have the tariffs and all that sort of stuff, so if we didn't have the tariffs, we'd probably be able to get a little bit more money, but we are still making 30,000, oh wow, 30,000 per week. Now 40,000 per week. Oh, damn. I suppose the coal price is dropping very, very rapidly. I only got 37 weeks total. You know what, how much is the... Oh, the investment pool is still growing, even though we're using it fully. I think it might be time to start increasing our construction speed a bit more then. Let's switch this to the steel frame building. It's going to cost us 16,000 per week. Explosive price is going to go up, tool price is going to go up, steel price is going to go up, among other things, but a few things are at least going to drop in price. And do we have the tooling workshop over here? Is pretty high level. We can probably give it another level there. I do believe we had another one somewhere. We could probably start producing tools in China. It's going to be very profitable and a fairly good price as well. And how's the infrastructure there? We are going to have to expand that, no doubt. Okay, a couple ports and a railway. Oh, right. If we were to... Oh boy, that's going to be... Okay, where do we have a lack of... Okay, Annam needs a bit more infrastructure. So if we were to utilize the electric trains in here, it's going to require a lot more electricity and motors or engines. But the amount of infrastructure from that is going to be massive. I'm going to do the same at the capital, actually. There we go. We're making 40,000 profit per week now. Hey, Metropolitan Railway completed. Grand opening of the Bangkok Metropolitan Railway has proceeded with much celebration. In the speech, the King congratulated engineers who made this possible. Railway building throughput 100%. Permanently. Oh, right, that's in Bangkok. And engineers become more loyal. Or for 9 years, 25 more pressure. I'm going to get the extra loyalists. We've got 1 million loyalists right now. We've got 20 million radicals, so we need to kind of reduce those numbers. Did we manage to do the landing in Alaska? No, well, it's underway. It is going to be a victory. They'll probably start sending a lot of troops in here, but by then we'll probably have conquered pretty much all of it. Also, we already got that area as well. But they do have 35 battalions in there. They just don't have a lot of defense. And there we go, concrete dockyards. That has been unlocked. Probably not going to switch to the... Oh. No, we're going to actually lose that one. Alright, well, let's go ahead and send in some more troops there, not ships. Send one army to do some defending. And then another army to do a bit more attacking. We'll start attacking from that front as well. So there we go, 46,000 pounds per week profit. I think we're starting to fix our economy. Plus we're contracting so much. I mean, how much are we... The investment pool is still slowly increasing. We're using 172,000 from it per week, though. I think we might have to increase the administration over here, though. Mostly to... Oh, right, the telephone system. That would be increasing telephone costs a lot. It would be a lot of extra bureaucracy total, but... Well, actually not that massive, but it would be extra, for sure. Oh, Radical Party hasn't been formed. Alright, let's actually have a look at the... Who's... so the Radical Party is trade unions and intelligentsia. We have basically no legitimacy, so passing any laws would be kind of pointless. Oh, Germany started to import oil from us. Alright. Oh, and the armed forces are no longer as happy as they were. That probably reduced the combat values of our troops. There we go, £50,000 per week. Right, so what do we need a lot now? More steel, artillery, electricity, paper, engines. I mean, if we can increase the electricity production sufficiently, which it's currently being built over here, we can probably give it another level just for the sake of it. And then if we were to switch this to the electric engines, it would cost us a lot, especially in the steel and electricity. But the amount of engines would be just massive. So it might not actually give an accurate prediction. Although it is actually losing quite a bit. Due to the lack of electricity. Let's just go ahead and put in a couple more levels there to be immediately built. And then the steel mills over here, we could probably give that another 5. And how's the infrastructure level there? It's fine for the time being. We could probably give it a bit of a electric railway though. So there we go. Overall, we're still making a profit. But it's just that engine factory isn't doing all that well. Oh, and that one's having a bit of a problem. We'll have some reinforcements here shortly. Raising concerns. Industrialists are at -2. So I'm just going to reduce the landowner's power a little bit. That's probably for the best. Okay, I think you should probably stand by for a while. I suppose this army is expert offensive planner still, so I'm just going to start using you to attack. We've got our second army already here. Yeah, that's going to be a victory. And this is a massive combat in here, but this is also going to be a victory. So there we go, we're going to capture Alaska, and that means that the Russians will eventually surrender. After that is only the Spanish, more or less, that would be potential issue. So if we want to switch, okay, Philippines, it would be nice, but it's not really required, I'll be quite frank. What about the Spanish troops? How good are they? We got trench infantry with siege artillery, they got motorized reconnaissance, so they are actually slightly better than what we have. Kindly burn this letter. Conservative Party, yeah, they can probably lose a bit of momentum. So who is in which party? Conservatives are the landowners, clergy, and the armed forces. Free Trade Party is the industrialists. And then there's the Radical Party. Are we still boosting? No, we're not bolstering. I don't think we're bolstering anyone, are we? No, we got some of the consumption taxes. Now we got the encouraging of infrastructure or industry. But that's about it. So electricity price is bloody massive. And the iron mines over here, I suppose we could get the remaining levels in there. To get that going full speed. And over here we have... don't actually have a lot of peasants in here anymore. Sakhalin has a lot more. We'll probably get a bit more productions in there. We do have a steel mill in there. We don't have a lot of tools. Do we have a tool? Oh yeah, we do have a tooling workshop here. Give that another level. Oh, there we go. Now we got... oh, actually, we got 2 armies here. So how about you clear out the pockets to the south? The Russians aren't sending any troops in here, oddly enough. Oh, South German uprising in France. Oh, on South Lorraine. Well, I mean, that's fine, I guess. Right, so you're still running a... oh, lack of electricity. Alright. Oh, hello. So the United Syndicates of America has joined in a war against France. Oh, ho, ho, ho. In support of the rebellion, South German uprising over there, alright. Oh, and France gonna conquer Gujarat. Not entirely surprised by that. Right, so the Russians, they will accept some sort of peace deal. I'm going to put in at least a war operation in Alaska in there as well. See how soon they'll accept those. And we are conquering pretty much all of Alaska now. So there is definitely that. And these combats are going rather rapidly. Oh wow, we're basically taking no losses in here. They don't have a general, admittedly, so that helps us quite drastically. Gold depleted in California. Well, that's none of our business, I suppose. And the amount of bureaucracy that we're lacking is actually not that bad anymore. There's a little bit of lack of it still, but it's going to get fixed, and we're still making... wow, we're making a massive profit here. I think it might be... oh, is there another naval combat? There is, and we're going to lose that again. They just have so much a larger fleet, quite frankly. Like, the stats of our fleet is actually pretty darn good overall. Just, it's too small. Right, so let's go ahead and increase our construction speed a bit more. Just for the heck of it. And also, we're probably going to have to put in more things to auto-expand. Although most of the things that we have, or will be expanding, are already auto-expanding, quite frankly. Is there any farms that we need to expand? Oh, we might need to get some more dye farms going. I was going to double-check the railway over here. I'm just going to make that electric trains, so that's going to be a lot more infrastructure. And that dye plantation is already set to expand automatically. I'm just going to give it a few levels. And then I think what we're going to do, so did we upgrade these already? Yeah, those are already the steel buildings. Over here we could also switch to the steel frame building. Although explosive price is going to be bloody massive now, but I think it'll be fine. We do have the chemical plants over here. We could give it another level, I guess, to get more explosives. Plus, oh, right. Bright electrolysis, so that's going to use electricity, but the explosive price is going to start dropping. Overall, we're still making a bit less money over there right now, I reckon, but it'll be fine. Oh, so that's one... Oh, right, we started expanding down that way. Alright, but the Russians should be losing the war support with a pretty good speed. They will not be capped at 0, unlike a lot of the others. Oh, Radical Party and Conservative Party are the winners. Alright, can we make a reasonable government with those? Not really. If we bring in the rule folk, we're going to at least get somewhat of a government. Not particularly good one, but at least it's got some legitimacy. Oh, and the tooling workshops are now going to be done in China soon. That's going to drop the tool price a lot. Well, let's have a look at the electricity price is still massive. We might want to start producing the electricity in other areas as well. Let's go ahead and... Actually, is this one high in infrastructure? It's got pretty good infrastructure in there. Plus, it's got such a massive amount of pops there. I'm just going to get the power plants in here, but that auto-expanding. Also, the motor industry could auto-expand if they got stuff there. Give it some power plants there. So that's quite a bit of things still underway. Although, well, it's only 2 pages. Overall, it's not that massive. And we're still not using the investment pool all that much. Oh wow, it's still increasing. So the more we... I suppose that it does increase the GDP and all that. Speaking of which, already almost 300 million. I'm going to upgrade the ones at our capital now to the steel frame building as well. Steel and tool prices are going to be the biggest problem there, but otherwise it should be pretty good. 274 construction now per week, so not bad. Oh, actually, let's go ahead and take... which one of you... You're not fighting right now. I'm just going to send you down to that front. So the Russians are losing their war support slowly but surely. They haven't lost... Well, actually, they are losing a decent bit of troops in here. In Alaska, which admittedly is going to drop the... Oh, Scandinavia is forced out of the war. Or decided to capitulate. And we've got double fighting going on there. Oh, City of Plenty. Let them celebrate in Laos. Let's actually have a look at Laos. How is that doing as a state? What's the standard of living there? Average is 14.4. Okay, it's not the worst. We're not using... Yeah, let's produce some hardwood. And I suppose... Oh, rail lock cards is also a thing. Interesting. So is there a lack of... No, there's plenty of peasants there, so we don't actually need to worry about that one. We could increase the steel production. And the government administration is already pretty much as good as it is. Employ a little bit more, use a bit less coal at the steel mill there. I'm going to give it another level as well. Hey, we sunk some Russian convoys, so they're probably trying to intercept our fleets doing the convoy raiding with varying degrees of success. Oh, right. Okay, that's advancing over there then. So the Russians would not take this peace deal quite yet, but they're losing 1.9 per week. Support that is, so it's slowly giving up. The dream. Story has been making the rounds about a miner who's struck it rich and became the wealthiest man in his town. People in New South Wales are beginning to live beyond their means. Oh, right. I'm going to go with a bit less increase in standard of living, but, you know, be a bit more reserved when the drop hits. So is there... Oh, right, this one's not using this stuff correctly. I'm going to put in the log rail carts over here to save a lot of workforce, as well as the steam donkey. I mean, technically speaking, could go for the chainsaws, but I don't think that's necessarily going to be as profitable. So there we go, that saves us a lot of workforce in there. We could even go for the richer rail cars. Bit of electricity. A lot less people needed to work at the whaling station. We do have quite a mortality in there, though. Oh, right, and over here we probably don't need to increase the meat production, quite frankly, but there we go, down to 35 million in debt. Things are slowly improving, and we'll get the war reparation from the Russians most likely after this war. Speaking of which, how much of an... The number 5, they only got 120 million GDP, so it's not going to be that massive amount, but it's still going to be probably like somewhere around £50,000 per week. Maybe, I'm not actually entirely sure, but probably somewhere around there. And our GDP is growing rather rapidly, which is definitely good news for us. Less so for, well, other people perhaps. People that oppose us. Oh. Alright, so the revolt war against France already ended. Well, at least, well, I suppose they might still be fighting against the Americans. Nope. That war is ended. Alright, well, we're getting over 100,000 per week now. And we're building so many things there. What is other things that we might need? Electricity is definitely something that we need to start investing a lot into. Which we are trying to. Right, there's going to be coal-fired power plants there. Is there any other area? Let's have a look. If we were to build... Is that an industry? It's probably... Yeah, it's an industry. So where would it be highest earnings? Cambodia would be okay. There's not a lot of peasants in there. I'm just looking... Well, Pegu might be okay for another power plant. And they got plenty of peasants there. So yeah, I suppose we'll get another 5 over there. Just to make sure that we've got plenty of electricity. Because let's be honest, we're going to need a lot. That is also going to start increasing our productions very rapidly. So the GDP, I think, by the end of the... Well, we are 19 years away from the end. Actually, a little bit less than 19 years. And I'm pretty sure that by the end of that, we'll at least have 500 million GDP, maybe more, if we keep expanding with this speed. And not necessarily fighting as many wars. I mean, we'll still probably conquer at least Yunnan, because I want to have that for a little bit nicer board. Oh, nitrogen fixation, and Russia decided to give up. There we go, nitrogen fixation. Let's have a look at the stuff for that. So that is, first of all, the chemical plant. And go for the nitrogen fixation, so that's going to actually reduce the profits. Oh, it's going to start using a lot of oil. That's why it's going to be expensive. But also, we're going to go for the prime electrolysis to produce a bit more explosives, which we are going to need, admittedly. On the textile mills, I mean, suppose we've got some that are using the electric stuff already. Most are using elastics everywhere, though. Clothing price might increase a little bit. But that's going to be alright. I suppose, technically speaking, if we were to switch to that, the clothing price would probably collapse. Let's go ahead and... Where do we have... Yeah, we've got textile mills over here. If we were to switch these to the electric sewing machines, the clothing production would be massive, although the electricity price would also be bloody massive. Well, let's put that in there. And that will probably... Oh, all discovered. Oh, right, that's in Persia. So we've still got a war against the Spanish. I think at this stage I'm just gonna set terms to white peace. And propose that. Like, Philippines would be nice, but like fighting that war for just Philippines is not necessarily worthwhile. Not right now. I'm just gonna declare neutrality there. Let's have a look. Is there... Shan States needs a bit more infrastructure. Now, luckily, we can start using the electric trains over there. Let's just fix that. I'm gonna give them one more level for the railways, though. Oh, telephone unlocked. Excellent. Zulu abandoned Portugal. Let's just go... Ooh, landing craft would be quite nice, but I think we're gonna go focus more on the production. Pneumatic tools would be quite nice. And the radio would be quite nice as well, but I'm gonna get the pneumatic tools, and then let's go ahead and get ourselves some electric industries going. And we'll probably I'll build that in Bangkok, actually. Give it 2 levels at least. The reason for that is actually fairly simple. We got much peasants in here, although we do definitely need to increase the railway level, probably. Does make a bit of profit, at least. Well, actually, yeah, it's got a pretty decent weekly balance right now. But the electricity demand is bloody massive. But we've got a lot of the power plants underway now. Well, some of them are underway now. It's going to start expanding, no doubt, more and more. We could go ahead and start expanding the construction speed even further. I'm just going to go through some of these areas to expand the construction, so I'll be with you in a moment. There we go. That's most of the sort of core territories that we started with. I'm still getting 200,000. Oh, wow. Oh, and the landowners are being upset and not upset, and upset and not upset. I don't think they know how to decide on things. Right, so this is... You uprising... Oh, hello. I'm going to declare neutrality on that one. And I think Now that we are at peace, for a moment, I think it might be time to do another war. And I'm going to start with the war on Yunnan, Congo State, and Spain and China will be most likely siding with them. That's alright. Let's go ahead and activate... who's going to be our... That's a pretty good advancing or attacking army, so we're going to be focusing on there. I don't know how good an army they have, quite frankly. Not good at all. Alright, well that solves a lot of issues then. Indochina, so that's defending army. Just going to activate that just in case. That's in Indochina as well, so I'm going to put this one to help defending in there. We'll see who joins. I'm going to put in war goals to annex them entirely, so I'm just going to put in these two. And then we still got maneuvers for another 2 states from China, if and when they join. Which I'm not entirely sure what we're going to take. Hunan would be okay for the sulfur mines there. That would be another pretty good province there as well. Or... we would take the Outer Manchuria to get a bit better borders, or more historical borders to the north there. But I don't think that, well, they haven't been able to join yet. They are fearful though. We'll see if they... I'm hoping that they actually do get some friends to help them. Because that would allow me to expand a bit more. Yeah, they joined. Which is exactly what I expected. Where's the army over here? Oh. Nothing but Indochina, alright. Oh, no, the South China army died. Okay. Let's get this stalwart defender in here. And give it a promotion. And then mobilize as well. And put it on defending against the Chinese. They do have quite a bit of troops there, so I'm just going to add in some war goals. Chashu is definitely one that I would like to get. And then maybe we'll just take Hunan as well. So we've got 476 infamy right now. Going for the high score. This was the... Yeah, you also defend in depth specialist. I'm just going to put you in there. And do we have any other generals that would be potentially good for attacking? Defense in depth over there. You got defensive strategies. So not a lot. Not a lot. Oh man, we got so many power plants on the way. Alright, well that's at least going to drop the cost for power, that's for sure. They're still a bit worried. But I suspect that this is going to be another nice victory for us. We're still able to pay off... Oh, Spain side, alright. Spain sending in troops here might be a problem. They do have pretty good quality units. We should be able to defend against them quite easily, but attacking against them might be difficult. Now, admittedly, we could start using the mechanized reconnaissance after this war, I reckon. Or start switching some of those troops to use them already. Like, I believe the army in Indonesia is still not activated. So, for example, if we were to start switching the... Where? Celebes was one of the places, yeah, and that's 10 battalions. So switch that to use the motorized reconnaissance. Oil prices gonna go up, automobiles prices gonna skyrocket, but that'll be fixed soon enough. And then, where else did we have? The Celebes was 1. Over here, we've got 1 barracks. Which are these in... No, those are reserves. Over here we've got a few. Okay, these are in the army. Give those a bit... I suppose, can we actually do it through here? Aha, we can. There we go, so that's going to be all of those underway. It's going to take a while before they are ready to fight, but that's fine. But it might be useful to do a landing into Beijing or something afterwards. Well, let's just get things moving for a little bit longer. I know that we're pretty close to the end of the episode, though. I'll just almost get the war started, and we'll get to the actual fighting next episode, I reckon. So Annam is still lacking a little bit of infrastructure. Is that because the railway is not... Oh, we're still having electricity issues. But now, with the amount of power plant that we're making, that should be fixed soon enough. So we only got 1 page of construction going on right now. Are we... Okay, now we're slowly using the investment pool, at least. We can probably increase the construction slightly further. And let's go ahead and give ourselves a bit more steel production over here. Well, actually, that's not necessarily profitable in here. Or as profitable in here anymore. Power plants will be fine. The motor industries is... Oh, let's have a look at the pricing, actually. The electricity, coal, oil... Oh, right, so oil is another thing that we could easily expand. We should have plenty of, well, we're going to build one more over there. Is there anything over here that we could expand it with? Not really. I mean, we could make it public to trade it, I'm supposed to get more capitalists, but that's about it. I believe we can build up some more oil rigs over here. So I'm just going to build all 5 of those. And that's going to provide a lot more oil. And is there... There's plenty of infrastructure in here. That's good. I do wonder if they can call in. Well, I mean, there's few nations that could, in theory, join. I don't think any one of them will join. They could. And I'm still making almost 100,000. I mean, admittedly, we don't have all the troops active. Mainly that army that was just refitted. No, there's actually another one that isn't active. Let's just mobilize that one. Landing at Indochina. Right, so your morale was just, for some reason, very small. But now that it's activated, it'll probably get fixed. So how the Spanish started sending in troops here? No, it's just the Chinese troops there. So against the Chinese, we can easily attack as well. So in that case, let's just go ahead and take one of these. Oh, we only got that one army there. Well, we've got 2 armies against there. 2 armies there. I thought we had more generals, quite frankly. I guess we don't. Right, so you're standing back over here. That's... Oh, both of them are standing by at Indochina. Hold on a minute. Oh, you're the one with low morale, and then you haven't been mobilized yet. Oh, well, this it's right. This is the Indonesian one. Never mind. Well, I'll get them activated at least. They won't be fighting for a while, but now they can't call anyone in, so that's where we're going to end the episode here for today. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.